to my channel. This is Yolanda. Today I'm going to show you how to make samosa sheets from scratch. So please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. So guys, gather all the ingredients that you need to use before you begin. I have flour, water, salt and cooking oil. Make sure you have these to avoid going back and forth into the kitchen. So I'm going to measure my 2 cups of flour, but also you have to grab the sieve to make sure that you remove whatever that is in the flour that is not supposed to be there. You remove it so that you use clean flour, I guess. So right now I'm just sifting my flour. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Make sure you measure the ingredients to avoid putting too much or too little. Mix the dry ingredients and open a hole inside to add your water. So you have to add your water gradually to make sure that you're not putting too much water. I measured 1 cup of cold water. That is what I'm using, and I think I'm just going to use all of it to make sure that my dough is exactly how I want it to be before I start to knead it with my hands. So guys, just make sure you knead your dough until it is not stick. Okay, until it is not sticky. So you're just going to do that. So guys, let's just watch. So for this part, I'm going to use a silicone mat so that I don't have to deal with the dough sticking on the countertop. So I will have to divide my dough into 2 parts. The other part, I'm going to divide it into 4 equal parts just to have small equal balls that I'm going to be using for my samosa sheets. So right now I'm just trying to cut them, trying to make them equal, even though they are not really equally sized, but well, I just have to try. And then I'm going to set aside that dough that I'm not using yet. So I will flour my mat and take 1 bowl, then I roll it. You can roll it as big as you want it or as thin as you want it, but for me I prefer them smaller like this. That's easy for me to work with. So I will have to apply a thin layer of oil and just flour it a little bit, then set it aside, then work with another bowl again. You just repeating the same process until you have them all full. So the reason why we put a thin layer of oil and flour, it is because we want it to separate easily. When we finally put the heat, they will just separate easily. You're not going to have trouble. And also the reason why we are putting little oil and not too much oil is because if you put too much oil, they are going to slide and you're not going to be able to work with your dough easily. But when you use this, then it's just going to be easy for you to work with. You see, they will be just stuck together and you can roll them nicely without anything sliding from anything. So right now I'm on the last one and I'm trying so hard, trying to follow everything so that I just did an accident there. Anyways, we move. So right now I am going to roll those 4 together until they are the size that I want them to be. They have to be as thin as possible. They have to be as thin as possible. So you're just going to continue rolling them, but make sure you don't over roll them, because if you over roll them, they are going to break. You know, you'll be like stretching your dough. So if you overstretch it, it is just going to break, and then what, you'll not be able to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So I made sure that I roll them perfectly without any issues. So since there was no electricity, I had to use a pan on the gas stove. Yo guys, it was not as simple as using the oven, because with the oven you just put your dough in the oven tray, you leave it for a few minutes, then you turn it and it's ready. But with the pan, you have to turn it and toast it and turn it to make sure that all the parts are getting heated and you don't leave any part uncooked, because I don't have that big. Maybe if I had like a big, I don't know, wide pan or something, it was going just to do it easy for me. But with this one, the dough was not really fitting, so I had to make sure that I turned it, and it was so hot, but I had to do it. Wow, look at this. Yeah, we just got it right. So now our sheets are fine. We have to trim them on the sides to remove. Usually those edges are hard, they just harden, I don't know, but you can remove them so that you get nicely shaped pockets. So I was really trying hard to trim them to get like a perfect circle. Of course it's not perfect, but yeah, I was trying my best. Now I'm separating them. Look at those samosa sheets, they are very thin. Look at that, very thin and very soft, and they were separating nicely. It was not even an issue for me to separate them. I literally achieved what I wanted to achieve. And guys, you see why we apply a thin layer of oil in the flour is to make sure that it's easy for you to separate. I think that's the whole point, to make sure that you can separate your sheets nicely without having them getting stuck on each other. So yeah, I was trying to cut them equally so that you can have like the same size of samosas. You don't want to have a big one and a small one, and you know your kids will be fighting for the bigger part. For the bigger one, I'm saying, oh, I want the big one, I want a big one. But you're just going to have same equals for everyone. Those are our sheets, guys. So I'm going to show you how you can fold them, so that when you make them, you're also going to be able to fold the samosas the way they should be. So this is how you fold them. Just check, I'm also trying here. So yeah, that's how you shape them, and there you have your nicely shaped samosa poke. You can try, and of course you have to use that glue that you make. You just mix your flour and water, then you have it stuck together, which is perfect. At least we managed. So guys, if you don't want your samosa sheets to dry, you can just wrap them in a cling wrap and keep them in the refrigerator if you want to use them right away, or you can put them in the cling wrap and put them in the freezer. You can keep them out, they can last for a long time, maybe a month or two. Yeah. So the electricity was back, and I decided to put the last batch, those 4 that we left that time, I decided to put it in the oven so that I can just use them. So now when it was out of the oven, look, it's almost the same as that one, but look at the top of the one that comes from the oven. It's different. It's, I don't know, it's different. It's all soft throughout, because they're like, I think I like the ones from the oven more. They're perfect. So I decided to do the rectangle shapes on this one. So right now I'm just trimming the sides making sure that I have perfectly shaped. But you know, it's not really mandatory for you to remove those edges. Some people can just use them like that. It's okay, because at the end of the day you just want to make a samosa. So does the shape really matter of the samosa? I've seen some samosas, you know, that are wildly shaped, but yeah, for us, some of us, we just want like perfectly shaped samosas. So you see, this is how we was kind of getting in trouble here, but yeah, we managed with the knife. Thank God for the knife. Look at that samosa sheets. Those are really thin. You see, these things are fragile, so you have to handle them with care, otherwise you're just going to break them. And you guys, I hope you really learned something from this, and I promise guys, I'm going to bring more videos for you, showing you just what I've been learning when I was away, because yeah, I've been away for quite some time, and I'm back now. I'm a mom of 2, and sometimes when you are creating content, you're trying to create content, you won't even get the chance to edit them, because when you sit down trying to edit, then someone is saying mama, or someone is crying. But well, I'm just going to make sure that whenever I get the chance, and whenever I'm making something in my kitchen, I do it for you. Thank you so much guys for watching.